Okay, last day of the K-Show. We made it, and today we would like to draw a little resume, and for that I have invited guests from the press. It is Don Loop, editor of Plastic News, Chris Smith, editor-in-chief of Amy magazine, and Naomi Lee, AdSale Publishing. Welcome all together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Naomi, you have been here for a long time now, 8 days of K-Show. What kind of resume have you got for us?
Well, for me, so far as circular economy, this topic is concerned, I think the message has been conveyed very clearly and efficiently at the show. And the booths that I have visited, including chemical companies and machinery producers or auxiliary equipment producers, they all put circular economy in the priority, top of their agenda in their research and development and new product innovations. And so I can feel that this circular economy, this cause has been supported by all of the exhibitors in the show. And of course, there are a lot of interesting innovations, and it makes me feel that establishing a plastic circular economy over the world is possible, and I'm optimistic about it.
Thank you very much. Chris, what do you think?
Yes, well, I've also been here for 8 days, so plenty of time to see everything that's in the halls. And circular economy and sustainability is obviously the key driver, the key area of interest at the show. For obvious reasons, plastics are under huge pressure at the moment, from government level, from consumers. You know, this is an issue that the industry must address, and it must address it effectively. The challenge I think we face is doing that in a way that doesn't actually cause more environmental harm, and that getting that message across to people is going to be very difficult, because anything that you say that appears to be minimising the issue of waste is automatically seen as those plastics industry folk not wanting to join the line. Mm-hmm. I also think what I have seen as well is that we've heard a lot about big initiatives, chemical recycling, things like that, which are huge, multi-billion-dollar initiatives. But what I've picked up here is that this is something that people are addressing at every level in the sort of recycling or manufacturing process. And I think it's dawning on people that when, say, an injection moulder used to say, we create this scrap, but we can't reuse it in our products, people are now saying, why can't we use it in our products? And is there anything that we can do with our size reduction technology or whatever to use it? So I think, you know, we mustn't get into a position where we think that this is the responsibility of the big petrochemical companies to solve this issue. This has got to be solved at every level in the plastics industry. Aside from that, lots of technology on show. K is always the showcase for the world. Fantastic machinery, beautiful innovations, wonderful. Personally, this time we didn't have the real big technical innovations. It's more improvement, and we've seen here, you know, fast startup, some really sophisticated automation systems. More a progression than a revolution in technology, but it's been a great show. Well attended. I've enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, Chris. Don, you've also been here for 8 days, I suppose.
I have, yes. I agree with everything that's been said on the circular economy, but I wanted to start just by touching on, I think, coming into the show, my expectations because of the recession and because of economic problems. Mm-hmm. I thought that this show might be a little slow, maybe a lot slow. So in that regard, it's really surpassed my expectations. I think it was probably because it's such an international show, it doesn't really depend completely on great numbers of people coming from Germany locally. And so I think the first few days it was really noticeable how many international visitors that there were, and that helped lift up the show. And so even though many of the machinery companies they give their sales figures at K, even though they were giving numbers that were a little depressing, there were still plenty of people who were here, plenty of traffic at the booth, people buying equipment, so that I think it was said today at the closing press conference that K came at the right time. Maybe it did. Maybe it's sort of right at we bottomed out and we're going to start to come back again, which would be nice. In terms of the circular economy, I've been coming to K since 1992. It's always been, I mean, this is the first time that we've talked about circular economy. A few years ago, we talked about sustainability. We've talked about recycling. But there is a noticeable difference this time. I mean, so many brand owners have signed on to very ambitious goals. So many of the companies who are exhibiting here have signed on to the Ellen MacArthur goals, and there has to be a way. You can't sign on to these. There has to be a way to achieve them. And I think there was a lot of technology that we saw here this week, in the past 8 days, that should help achieve it. I'm not sure that really the industry is completely settled on what that plan is in terms of mechanical recycling, chemical recycling, bioplastics. There's still different paths to get there, but there's been a lot of progress.
Thank you very much to all of you for that short impression about K 2019. Thank you for being with us, and see you again on K 2022. Ciao.